What's up, everyone? Julia here.
And Trent.
And we're back with episode 6 of Andor.
And what a festive evening. With an episode title like that, nothing could possibly go wrong.
Everything goes wrong.
At all. No, nothing. But it's going to be interesting to see how the Gorman heist goes, especially after all the advice and discussion Cassian had with the leaders last episode, pointing out their inexperience and the various risks that they run, both from keeping the weapons and advertising that they've got them.
Yes.
And also to working with an Imperial operative, who they're very trusting of, but Cyril is playing them like a marionette with Dedra. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the heist goes off. But also the role of Cassian and potentially if Luthen provides any more support to them. Speaking of Luthen, the bug in Skolden's trophy room.
Yes.
That is going to be
a problem.
Big problem if that gets discovered. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it's all resolved.
Yes.
Let's check it out.
Let's go.
Port Steerguard. Little animals. Little balls.
You're late.
Yeah, we had a spot inspection coming out of Gorman.
Pre-flight check complete.
Hold on.
Another subtle little reminder of the Empire's control over Gorman and their presence. Whoa!
Oh, good sound.
Set for Coruscant.
Calculating for Coruscant.
I hope we get to see his ship in action again.
Look at you. What's his name?
Varian Sky?
Not bad. Tell me about the Gorman front. You weren't there very long.
Don't get involved.
That's your assessment, just like that.
Yep.
2 days in, you barely looked around.
How do you know what I did?
We heard it didn't go very well.
Oh, you heard? Really? I only left this morning.
Well, they sent word. They're very prompt, the Gormans.
But they are impatient. They started too late. Now they're rushing.
That's awfully definitive.
They're not ready, Luthen.
I think they know that. That's why we sent you.
The Empire is building an armory in the center of town. They say it's a new complex office, but everyone knows the truth. There's nothing to be done about it now. And the more trouble they make, the worse it will be.
There's always something to be done.
Oh yeah, they want to hijack an Imperial transport to prove something that everybody already knows is true. Who's gonna care about it?
The Empire will care about it.
Exactly. In a place where they know nothing about fighting, they'll be crushed.
Crushed. Yep.
They're finally wanting to do something. You tell them to be careful.
It doesn't matter to you, does it?
Everyone's expendable for the cause.
Gorman in play. A new front line against the Empire? A chance for that, that's a triumph. You're thinking small, you're thinking like a thief.
I'm thinking like a soldier.
Think like a leader. Think
Ooh.
about a planet like Gorman in rebellion. A planet of wealth.
Different
and
perspectives.
status.
If it goes up in flames,
It will burn. Very brightly.
Jeez.
Damn.
I'll skip this one.
Cass can be cold at times, but he's got empathy. But also shows just how far Luthen's ready to go for the rebellion.
Yes,
Waste of time. This piece isn't what we need.
we knew that already.
I thought seeing it in person would make a difference. You were sourcing another item.
It's being delivered as we speak.
So he sends Vel instead.
Friends?
Why do you ask?
I'm curious about your nature.
I have friends everywhere.
Consistent codes. I like that he tried to send Cass here to inspire him and light a fire under him.
And to show him that bigger steps that he has potential to do.
Yes. She passed out.
I had a feeling you were on your way.
It will be like that coming back from a mission anytime, not knowing if they're going to come back.
The trip? Okay.
Different.
How were you?
I was Varian Sky. I was a fashion designer. I was very, very pretty.
I was stylish and hot.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Fresh blue suit. Just your kind of guy.
You're gonna have to bring him home some night.
I was going to say roleplay.
You okay?
Was it dangerous?
No. Just all talk. It's Luthen that scared me.
Tell me about it. He came after you left. Didn't realize how shabby the place looked.
What, he came?
He didn't say anything to him.
He was gonna ask me for a weapons appraisal, but he changed his mind.
Go out? On your own? He waits for me to leave. He comes when you're alone.
He changed his mind, so...
I rode back with him this afternoon. He never mentioned
Nope.
It happened.
I know it happened, Biggs. That's not what I'm saying.
Her confusion of the it happened.
I would have gone if he asked.
That's not the point. He's so pissed off, he's not gonna tell me. He has to know we're having this conversation. He doesn't do anything without a reason.
Maybe he just wants us to waste our time talking about it.
Assuming Luthen did actually come and she still wasn't in a dream state.
Can't
Mon!
Atoms, are they?
No. We'll finish there.
Why so difficult this season? You never struggle.
It's these dinners. How many years did you serve before we held a ceremony dinner? I count 80 new senators all hosting investiture banquets. It's tough squeezing a whole year's worth of insincerity into 3 nights.
Here, here. That would be exhausting.
Ooh.
They're cool. Come to my home, I'll come to yours.
You come to the house and you mess with Biggs. You mess with her behind my back.
You realize what you're putting at risk right now?
It would have been so easy for you to tell me.
When you leave here, and that will be immediately, you'll have brought a medallion that was missing from a shipment that Clea took this afternoon.
Always,
A Darvian medallion. So thank you for this, coming all this way.
always
What's wrong
working.
with you?
This is the second time today you let me down.
You had to know she would tell me.
I thought it would be interesting if you didn't. But now you both disappointed me.
Oh.
Oh,
And that's what's most important, right? How it goes for you.
for you,
What's
yeah.
most important is the cause. Kill me or take me in. You're in.
Yeah, you can't have one foot out, one foot
It's
in.
too painful. Makes us too vulnerable.
I give you everything.
Is this everything? This fury, this lack of control? Soft and Gorman, but willing to protect Bix at any cost.
We are not droids, Luthen.
You're not who we were when we started. Bix has to pull it together, or you'll have to decide at what point it becomes too large a problem. Unless that's what you're doing right now.
Oh, no. That's gonna be up to you.
I want her as strong as you do.
It would just be easier if I was alone. I came with you to be part of something. You want my blood. You helped me work this out.
Yep, it's not a one-way street,
Thank
Luthen.
you for the medallion.
Does make me wonder if that's going to eventually reach inside Luthen after his big speech last season.
Just who I wanted to see, so it was all a meeting. Dr. Gorst. Success invites scrutiny. Our cousins in military intelligence have been salivating over our interrogation results and have convinced the Emperor that Dr. Gorst is too valuable to be a one-man ISB asset. He's to be expanded into a program.
Oh.
Sorry to hear that, sir. I want the two of you to represent our interests in this. I'm counting on you to keep watch on these idiots.
Honor, sir.
Really? It's an assignment. Calibrate your enthusiasm.
Yes, sir.
We'll have a brief sent down.
You're taking the lead on this.
Why did I say that?
Fill me in after you've read the brief.
What?
Gorst is good. He's too good. Center.
Any trouble getting through? It was easy.
It's hard to contain the emotions.
My hair. I like it. I forget about it.
I thought we should meet first.
I was told they don't know what they're doing.
That's why we're not doing much. It's fast, it's simple.
We gotta look at it tonight.
And the crew? Whole thing. If we don't like it, we walk. I told Luthen that I would only take this assignment if you were on it.
You're the only reason I'm here. I had an accident. I told him not to tell you. I knew you'd worry. I'll tell you about it someday. It's been a long year.
I was wondering if they had seen each other since
I had to
that
rest
moment.
up for a while. I had time to think.
Wish I'd known.
I thought about you.
What are you
That's
doing?
subtle doors.
Yeah.
Our friend Ingom.
He's just reached out, sir. There's an ISB field agent on site. They believe a rebel attack is imminent. There's been a rapid increase in local activity.
And the shipments are running smoothly.
Yes, sir.
You walk a very narrow path, Dedra. Cyril must never know what this is all really about.
Yeah. Play him.
I remind myself constantly, sir.
And he'll be a big scapegoat.
We leave with what we have. We don't get greedy.
We need all the weapons we can get.
Dan Tim leads Morocville. We're not just here to make a point. Some of us want to protect ourselves.
Don't.
Don't what?
Don't talk. Don't think. Do as you are told.
Yeah.
If you can't manage that, you don't belong here.
Because that's where
There's
things
no
will go.
There's no independence in this situation.
will-
You are
yeah.
one being.
We don't need no maverick.
Tell me about the neighborhood.
3 families here, another 2 at the back, both with children.
This building is empty at night, but there is 5 units here. 2 in front, 3 at the alley.
Do we control these rooftops?
Most of them. And we can always lock a few doors.
Very good detail, knowing what's occupied, what's not, who with, minimise casualties.
You're driving the transport, right? That's our ride out. You're the end of our line, which means you do not move under any circumstances until you are told to do so.
By who? By you. I live here. We've put a lot into this.
Your time means nothing. Prep is useless if you can't follow orders.
It's a good plan. You've picked the right spot. Nobody needs weapons, everyone has a way out, but right now it is just the plan. We're here because you've never done anything like this.
Yeah, so
Can't stress this enough.
listen.
You're all going to need to respect the chain of command.
Yep.
Cinta and I will have blasters. Nobody else. And I mean nobody. We do not go unless everyone here agrees to do exactly as they've been told. If that's not possible, this would be the time to say so. Now, right now.
When are you planning to do this?
Tomorrow night. Intelligence gets stale. You might be too late already.
The
Tomorrow it is.
daunting look on their faces, it's getting real.
Yeah.
I'm worried if something goes wrong, they're going to throw them to the wolves to save themselves. Like, go on front, save themselves, and throw Cintra and Bell
Yeah.
to the
100%.
wolves.
The shaky cam.
Yeah.
Biggs?
It's flashing. Whatever the mission is, I'm coming.
Not like that, you're not.
Hey. Hey. You'll come with me.
What do you think?
We're not stupid. We have the trigger. If it doesn't feel right, we'll walk away.
The driver, Drina, she should be up top with us.
Did she say something else?
Just a feeling.
Always trust your gut.
I'm sorry I hurt you. I was confused. I don't know who I am sometimes.
I'm not perfect either.
You make yourself change.
I've never done that. Luthen should have told me you were in trouble. He shouldn't have let you say no. He should have told me.
We're worth more to him separately than together.
Well, that's something we'll have to talk to him about.
It's very similar to Cass and Bix.
I was just going to say they're two parallel stories.
They've done that a bit with this arc, with various characters. I'm glad they're back together.
Yeah.
So we had to wait to episode 6 for it.
Yeah.
For the peace and bounty of all beings.
Peace and
Bounty.
My full allegiance. A galaxy of worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be very painful to say all this. Keep the mask on Mon.
Driver's here.
Oof, she looks good.
She's ready. Ready to find some bugs. But just the acts, the game faces they all put on, like to be in character all the time. Whoa! Both looking good. Woohoo! Oh, Bale!
How are you? I'm free. That was my last investiture party of the season.
Oh, don't tell me you've left poor Breyer up there all alone.
No, we had to split up to cover the rounds. I took to Scotland.
Yes, we almost did that, but...
Not tonight.
No, you're family now. You're in for the show. Good luck with it.
Good luck!
That dress!
Nice little Bail Organa cameo.
I need all personnel to exit the control center immediately for security reasons. Let's go.
Interesting.
Apologies for any inconvenience.
Game face on. Paparazzi bot.
Have you spoken to the children since they came back?
Must.
We must, absolutely, when the festivities are over.
So the children are off gallivanting around together. Happily
Hopefully.
married by the sounds of it. The fact that they both Sintra identified the weak link does not give me good vibes.
They're just setting up now.
Are we on schedule with the targeted shipment?
Yes, sir. We're all set here.
Evacuated the entire room just for Cyril.
Cyril, yeah.
The stone is carving, but it's older, isn't it?
We think it's Lost Empire.
My word, Luthen, and you wear it out?
I thought one of you thieves might make me an offer.
It takes one to know one, Luthen.
I'm sick about this forgery.
I'm sorry.
Skelton's been relentless.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
You haven't told Luthen about the reappraisals, have you?
No, I promised, didn't I?
Yeah, sorry.
Don't worry.
Clay's got to be very careful of her glances.
How did you two get in here?
We come every year. Partgas had an emergency and tossed us the invites. Where's your buddy?
Oh, he'll be here. What are we drinking?
Pally Coolers, and they're amazing. This is my third one.
Don't look at Luth.
We're up next. Everyone take your positions and be ready.
Vas-y, chaud.
Congratulations, Senator.
Thank you.
New season of legislative initiative. How thrilling.
Looking on the bright side. I haven't heard from my cousin.
She's probably just being careful.
I'll tell her to check in with me.
Something urgent she needs knowing.
Yes, I care about
Yeah,
her.
she's family.
Showtime. The Skulden collection awaits.
just happen to have my history teacher with me.
The chosen ones. Clay is definitely on a mission.
Yeah.
You remember me. Player, you came by the shop to find something for your wife.
What are you doing here?
We had a fascinating conversation. Your friends will think we're flirting. There's no harm in that, is there?
Are you out of your mind?
Do as I say and everything will be fine.
Oh, I love her.
Yep. Blow 'em all to hell.
This is our latest addition. And the Miracle Man who helped secure this very special piece is actually here with us tonight. Director Krennic.
Oh.
Oh.
Pleasure.
Oh no.
Ganyor. Senator Mothma, Perrin Further, I'm sure you've met before.
Oh, yes, I've been a guest at her committee on several occasions.
How pleasant to see you free of the witness stand.
What a festive evening this has become.
God, he's an idiot.
Rare special piece. We're very lucky to acquire.
I'm showing you something special.
Any idea who's in this room right now?
You're not smiling. It's my favourite object in the collection.
It's my favourite piece.
When we sold it, Luthen will tell them that's why I'm so keen on visiting with it.
Lonnie, just go with it.
Yeah.
You know that.
Just, yeah.
You know that they're well prepared.
You are a shield.
Yeah. Like the music.
Mm.
Give him some good suspense. Or disable it.
Yep.
Yeah.
At the perfect spot.
Mm-hmm.
Nice!
Parkour! Nice!
Nice.
They've done it. The carrier's down. We're in play.
It all depends if they do something off book.
That
off
they
script.
haven't told
him.
Cyril. Yeah.
You're risking everything.
Move slightly to your left.
Tell me what you're doing.
I'm removing a listening device from this piece, and you're going to help me by blocking the view.
He's sweating.
The Tinian Codex was forged 2,000 years ago on a planet where sight was considered a disability.
And what were you going to do if I wasn't here?
Anything I had to. This is do or die, Lonnie, so move to your left and listen closely because we may be tested.
That's a great story.
Very,
Fancy.
very handy.
That one, open.
I often wonder how heavy those things are.
Oh, she didn't use her feet to push it. Shouldn't have.
Whee!
My greetings to join its sisters in the Hall of History.
Oh, this is tense.
Yeah.
Just realised I stopped breathing with that.
Don't rush. Smooth is faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We studied the Battle of Carmine at the ISB Academy.
It wasn't much of a battle, was it?
How right you are.
Tinians believed all language could be reduced to touch. Their skin was so sensitive.
Very few companies did tell the tale.
Insurgencies have a long history of puffing up their failures.
We were taught it was a systematic execution.
Oh.
Well, that is exactly my point. Criminals love to lie. After all, who wants to die for lawless ineptitude?
How much longer?
The irony of that statement.
It's stuck.
It's stuck.
Oh no.
T'aimes-tu que ça sort une bulgèche?
Oh, bah non. Figmoun.
Shift right.
They're almost here. I'm walking away.
Shift right. Yes, okay.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Words do still have meaning. Yes, I'm sure we can still agree on.
Oh.
What's the word for people like the Carmine
simply wish to be left alone.
Vulnerable? What's the word for people who skin trespassers alive?
Is that what they did? It was a very long time ago.
Your own code of conduct.
Ah, my rebel is your terrorist. Something like that.
Put both hands on top.
Why?
Hold it steady.
I like the back and forth between Mon and Krennic though.
Yeah.
She's bleeding.
She's not here.
She wandered off.
We're not waiting.
We have a minute.
I'll clean up the fuses.
Help them finish.
Yeah, they didn't take into account the civilians being variables.
Ah! Oh.
It's got to make it loud.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
No. No. Oh. Oh no.
Whoop.
Shots fired.
One shot.
It centered in it. No.
No.
I can't see it from here.
Call the response team. And come in loud. Make sure they know we're on the way.
No.
Oh, that's gonna kill. That is gonna eat Vel.
We need to stand. We have to move. Look at me. Look at me. I need help. We have to go. Okay? We have to go.
And now it's real.
Isn't it?
That's what you do with me.
Yeah. I'll stay away from the breakables.
This piece is a favorite of yours.
It's very special.
Why?
Come on, Lonnie.
It's a book. You read by touch. Your hand. It's from a planet where blindness was considered a gift.
Oh, well. We can all think of some people who'd be right at home.
Mon not laughing.
Come on. We have to go.
I'm so happy they were reunited.
Yeah.
Come in loud. Let them know you're there. And the only reason she was there
was
because Vel requested it.
Oh. I told you.
Are you crying? Look at me.
Look at her.
Look at me. There's no place to hide. Look at me. I'm not going to say remember this because I don't have to. This is on you now.
Yep. It's all on
This
you.
is like skin. You're taking her with you wherever you go for the rest of your useless life. Don't you look away from me.
I'm sorry.
She was a warrior.
You're all bravado until this.
She was everything that you have daydreamed about. She was a blooded, fearless warrior whose loss will be mourned in ways that you will never understand. She was a miracle. To die like this because of you. Some whining, simpering, foolish child. Don't you dare cry. You'll make up for this forever.
Yeah. They all needed to hear that as
They
well.
needed to, yeah,
this
because
this is the reality of it.
They need to see what they need to become.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
My face hurts from smiling.
Complain all you like at work.
We should have killed Krennic while we were up
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you should have. I'm pretty sure if there weren't people around, Mon would have done it as well. Ghost. He's even got an evil walk.
Yeah.
Just everything about him oozes evil. Oh!
Get in the chair.
I know you.
Get in the chair.
Yeah, you're about to know her a lot better.
How do I know?
You'll remember.
It will only feel like forever.
Yeah, it's all fun for you until you're the one in the chair, Ghost. All the way up. Should have taken his cake. Holy yeah!
Oh!
The fact that happened in silence and just the...
Yes!
Well,
Damn.
she's back at her best. With Cass.
Nice.
Good. Good finish. Good finish. Well, Bix certainly got some closure then.
Yeah.
Some big closure.
Big closure.
But some really good parallels throughout the episode.
Yeah.
To the various characters, and throughout this entire arc, there's been lots of good parallels. But yeah, some really powerful, not only the parallels, but some powerful dialogue. Mon Mothma and Krennic having a war of wits and words, and how, you know, one man's rebel is another's terrorist. Just the back and forth. Yeah, that
would be really good to watch again and listen.
Really take it all in.
And really take it all in, because
there were knives.
There were knives.
There were barbs
being
coming
thrown,
out.
And Mon was walking a very, very fine line where she knows what she can get away with without being accused.
Yeah.
And that
but you just feel the hate she has being in the room with the Imperials and him in particular. That line of, "Oh, it's so nice to see you out of the witness box." Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it.
But just his dismissal of the cultures as well. You know, it's a joke to him.
Yeah.
The various artifacts and where they came from.
The comment of I guess we know a few people we can put onto this blind because, you know, we blinded them.
Yeah, it's a book. It's a book to but I liked that a lot of the characters that have been minor characters had a bigger role in this.
Yes. Yeah.
That entire moment with Clea.
Yeah.
And oh god, what's his name?
I've forgotten his name.
Forgot his name.
Oh, but that was just so good.
Lonnie. I had to do it. I had to do it in Luthen's. I had to do it in Skarsgård's voice. Lonnie. Yeah. Move to your left. But why are we doing it? Move to your left. We're flirting. No one will...
Yeah.
No one... You came into the store to buy something for your wife, and we're just flirting. No one will question that. But the way that she went on and off, just the seriousness to play the part.
To the truth of you need to be listening to me, you are going to be quizzed.
To be quizzed, yes. Yes.
And that lead into here's your chance. Repeat.
Yeah, but it was good that she didn't actually have to jump in, or Luthen didn't have to jump in, because that would have... Because Krennic would have been, why didn't you say you were just talking to him about it? And let the person you were just explaining everything to repeat it back.
Yeah.
But that was very, very playful in a tense situation. Also intertwined with the Gorman front assault. Which that...
You idiot! You got told one directive. Dude, they were the only two who were meant to have the blasters. And you took a freaking blaster into it, and you just...
Yep, his bravado and machismo.
But that speech not even speech, that warnings that she gave in that truck to sit there, and this is on you now.
Yep.
This is 100% on
The
you.
spray.
The spray she gave deservedly.
Yeah.
And
The pain
she will be mourned in ways you will never comprehend.
This is a skin. This is now a skin that you have to wear and carry with you the rest of your miserable life.
That was
very well delivered.
That was amazing.
Just the raw anger and sadness, the welling up of the eyes, the tears.
But
everyone else hearing it.
And everyone else hearing it. And those two in particular in the Gorman front hearing it, because they're the ones who need to be taking leadership at the moment.
Yep.
Who don't seem to be able to, because of a very much a younger bravado of, we want to do this, we want to do this.
But it's also kind of building on what we saw with the Maya Pei on Yavin 4. That they all have, the same outcome. It's just different ideas on how to get there. They can't fully work as a machine yet.
Yeah.
Because they each have their, why are we listening to strangers?
Why are we listening to strangers?
Going out on their own.
The leader?
Yeah.
At the people agreeing with different people, therefore forming different factions and not uniting under the one front. And it's interesting when you put that parallel with Luthen, who's sitting there, who had that very strong talk with Cassian to sit there and to go, you've said, and you're being cautious with them, but imagine if this is a front for the rebellion. Like if Gorman is part of the rebellion, imagine that. And that turn back of Cassian to go and imagine it on fire.
Yeah.
Well, it will burn.
It'll burn brightly. Yeah. It'll be a beacon that sparks the flames of the rebellion. But just on those two, because this is very important with that moment with Gorst at the end. Luthen was trying to get through to Cass with the, you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
Cass got through to Luthen because they found Gorst. It's implied that Luthen gave that information.
Yeah.
After the, I need Bix. After the come to the shop of the, just because Bix is useful to you when I'm not there, I need her too. And that conversation that was going on, about basically saying that Luthen doesn't care about anyone.
Yeah.
And Mon made the same comment.
Yeah.
About Vel.
Yeah.
Why would you care? Because she's my family.
She's a family.
She's my
cousin. Yeah.
So that obviously got through to Luthen of the, okay, if I want my operatives to be at their best, I need them at their best with what they want as well. It's not just what I want.
Not just,
It's what they want. It's not just achieving the mission. That's the end goal.
Yeah.
We need to work together to get there.
He very much sees the emotion and the ties of humans as
a problem.
Yes. Which I think has a lot to do with his back history more so, where he's so hyper independent.
He made the comment about his soul being gone.
Yeah.
When he was talking on the platform last season with that epic monologue.
Yeah.
And he's very much blinkers on. Yeah. For ending the Empire.
He has his end.
By any means necessary.
He has his end game.
Sacrificing anyone necessary. But in doing that, you also lose some really key pieces like Gorman, if it does go up in flames.
And you also lose some key pieces in key people.
Yeah.
If you do allow
Which
it.
he's now lost a big person in Cinta.
I wonder what happened to Cinta in order to put her out for so long, and I wonder if
she said it was an accident.
It was an accident.
So I wonder whether it was the Tay thing, whether it was a legitimate crash of the vehicle on the way home and she was in it, or whether there was a mission after, or whether something went wrong. On the Tay mission that got her hurt. But interesting, no mention of Tay this arc at all.
No.
Because I was expecting Mon to mention it.
Something.
Yeah.
But nothing. So he's dead.
But after a relatively quiet arc, Mon Mothma is looking fucking hot.
Looking fabulous.
Stunning with those outfits. And so was Perrin. I'll give Perrin his props. Perrin was looking good.
Mainly because he's supporting his wife.
Yeah, but
don't kill him.
Yeah, we just only need to be insincere around insincere people for 3 days.
We're just compacting a year's worth of insincerity into 3 days.
But they actually seemed quite on the same page with
even
this.
with the wedding as well. They seem to be more a united front than what they were last season, where it was definitely a
opposite sides. Yeah.
You're cold and I'm hot, and it's that separating.
Well, Mon being disenfranchised disillusioned by the Empire and her role in the Senate and that.
Which the mask is slipping in the Senate.
Oh my god, the grasping of the when the I'm gonna say oath. Chant, whatever, the pledge, whatever it was to the Empire. Her a light just went out.
Oh no.
While we're talking about the Empire. But with Mon clasping.
Yeah.
Just the anger at that moment, and then the storm out before, just as soon as it finished. She's got to save face there.
She's got to save face a bit.
But again, that's a whole lot of rage for not getting the support. That she wanted for that legislation to do with Gorman. But the playfulness of that party at Davo Skolden's place, the playfulness mixed with the tension, everyone having their little role to play. Good to have Krennic back again.
Yes.
Like, even if he's just used once every arc, because it's leading into Rogue One. So having Mendo come back, and we've now got Gorman really in play.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see how big the next, if they have a time jump, if it's going to be 2 years before Battle of Yavin, and then we're jumping to Gorman with the insurgency well underway.
Yeah.
But the armory being fully built, and the Empire's pressure coming down even more. That'll be interesting to see the next arc and where that's taking place, and what's changed dynamic wise. But I reckon Mon Mothma's going to have a much bigger role moving to that. We'll probably have we didn't have the real conclusion of Saw Gerrera and Wilmon sniffing Rhydo with the goal that they had.
Yeah.
So it's going to be whether we see Saw and Wilmon again, and how the Rhydo is going to affect Will as well.
Yeah, whether he's also now on that side of the rebellion instead of the even crazier side compared to Luthen, the extremist.
Well, it's been interesting in the last few episodes. We've had some really interesting perspectives on what being a rebel is and the rebellion. Saw with the very extreme perspective, and Luthen basically being scorched earth.
Yeah, Luthen it's a weird logical, we do it this way because it's going to have this outcome and it needs to be done this way, to the Gorman we're doing it tonight. What?
And it's very much a sacrifice for the greater good. The greater good. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Even though that's a lot of people that are being sacrificed. And then you had Krennic and Mon Mothma, and it's always interesting to get the Empire's perspective on how they see rebels, obviously, as terrorists. But I was very surprised that Dedra didn't throw a spanner in the operation then. But also the acknowledgement of what we've said is that he can't know too much, Dedra. There's a limit on what he can do, and I'm reminded all the time.
It's very interesting to see if she is... I think she would be playing that game as well, where it is there are things we are not telling him. He doesn't know about the larger endgame aspect. But then there's a little bit of hope in me that maybe she has, and maybe they're not. They're totally not. He is an oblivious little puppy dog eyes for her. He has no clue what's coming down onto him.
He was such a fish out of water spying as well.
Yeah. I can't see. Do I move?
And then the sheer panic of the one blaster shot, and he's like, against the wall. He's quite pathetic. He
is.
He's pathetic. But he's our pathetic boy.
Getting pegged.
Yeah. Getting pegged. But yeah, their relationship going forward into the next arc is going to be interesting as well. We got a little reference to Mon's children.
Yes.
The
honeymooners.
The honeymooners, the newlyweds. So it sounds like they're happy, but also good to keep Davo on side as well, because could be very handy for Mon, even though he's, dodgy. But always good to have someone dodgy like that on side. But yeah, it's a really good finish. I liked the moment of Cass coming home to Bix, and just the intensity of the intimacy of that moment.
Yeah.
Because any mission could be the last one. You don't know if they're going to see them, so that passion would fly through, and the relief.
And the concern that then comes because he can tell something's wrong.
Yeah, he can, but he also knows not to press. Because it was very obvious when he was hugging her after the mission, he knew something was was up. But the mission was to kill Gorst. Yeah. But also the dread of the new mission.
Yes.
But she's got closure.
Yep.
So now she can hopefully work on healing her trauma. But yeah, she was cold. She was cold in that last scene.
Calculating and great.
Yeah, big time. Big time. But just the guard, it actually gave Big Andor vibes. Just the way she was moving with the hood up and yeah, and I like that little moment.
The confidence in having that confidence back in her as well.
Well, it's interesting, given what happens in Rogue One, of Cassian and Jyn Erso when the planet's exploding, having that moment as to how their relationship's going to go, whether Bix goes too far or the mission gets in the way of it.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Luthen has predicted. And I could see Bix being a side character that survives and does things on the side. Whether I'm still up in the air if Luthen makes it, given that there hasn't really been much of a presence. But yeah, we're halfway there.
We're halfway there. I think we're going to get a lot more answers in this second kind of movement through to see where these characters are going to end up.
Yeah, I reckon 7 to 9 will really start cluing us in as to where everyone's going to be positioned before Rogue One.
Yeah.
But it's been very interesting. Clea has turned into one of my favorites.
Yes.
Just she's. And the fact that she can speak to Luthen the way she does as well.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
That's
the
great.
One person who can match tone back to him.
Yeah, and he'd be like, oh.
How dare you?
Talk to me like that. Yeah, I will.
I will.
Yeah. You talked me into it. But
you agreed.
But the discussion and argument that Andor and Bix had was needed to get the perspectives on both trust and also how they stand in the eyes of Luthen.
Yeah.
He didn't I was just with him. He didn't tell me.
Yeah.
He didn't trust me to tell me. He waited for me to go before giving you a mission to send you off. That was a really nice little setup stage for that confrontation at the shop, and the gall he had to appear at Luthen's shop, and but he was all showing you came to pick up this. Yep. But no, always keeping up appearances, but just the I'm disappointed in both of you.
In both of you, yeah. She didn't have to tell you, but she did.
Yeah, now she's disappointed me too.
Mm.
Some really good dialogue in this. And yeah,
beautiful
set pieces. That ballroom,
that whole
architect
museum
display,
pieces that they had was amazing.
Mm.
That was great.
I'd love to see Luthen's
I need
store.
to pick through Luthen's store. I love when especially people just drop where specifically like things have come from.
Yeah.
Ranging from, I think one of them they had as Padme's helmet, a headpiece at one point as a reference.
It did look like a Naboo piece.
There's some other pieces that other ones have referenced, and like they've pulled them from screenshots from the movies.
There was from
other shows. I love it.
There was the Starkiller helmet at one point as well. But yeah, I also want to just see it because I want to see what they add and take away if it changes.
Oh, it definitely does.
Yeah, it changes, but I just want to see what they put in because those gloves were super cool. And I mean, they obviously had some sort of significance that went over my head because they were very much focused on them. Tell us, lore keepers.
Yes.
Yeah, I know a bit, but I'm not that deeply lore filled with the Star Wars universe. But no, I did like the little lore drops with the explanation of where the pieces came from. That was really cool.
That was really cool.
Despite Krennic being a tool.
Mm.
Oh, he's such a tool. Ben Mendelsohn is so good at playing
So
him.
good at acting.
So good at playing him. You just hate him.
Immediately you see him, the garb, the dress up.
His demeanor. His whole demeanor is
and
just
you're
terrible.
Like, dick.
Yeah.
You're a dick.
Yeah. But no, great little arc wrapped up. And one last thing just before we finish, Cinta and Vel, the whole premise of Cinta being there was at Vel's request.
Yeah.
Like that is going to weigh on her so much. She would not have been in danger. She would not have died if she hadn't requested her being there. Like that's just the foreshadowing with certain comments reflecting on it. There was a lot of, talking about the plan. We just walk away. If it gets out of line, we walk away.
We always have a chance to walk away.
Like that it'll be very interesting on how this impacts Vel and where Vel is after the next arc, in the next arc as well. But the fact that during the entire thing, Cinta did go off to try and help. We had time. We have a minute. And just severely unfortunate that the person that they were worried about that actually wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
She was just helping an innocent civilian. The old lady back to her home. It wasn't actually a problem. The fact that it wasn't it wasn't any sort of one person doing the wrong thing per se, ended up being her demise and then leading into that epic speech
in the truck, and then leading back into the discussion in the room where it was like, if you want this to work, you need to follow orders. And it just reinforced that moment of you are so new at this, you do not know what you're doing, you need to listen to us.
But also, who didn't follow the orders as well? They didn't listen. Like Cinta and Vel didn't follow their own advice because they also know
they saw it. They saw those two being an issue. They moved one,
and they recognized
the inexperience in it, and they should. There's so much they should have now, and it's just going to eat her so much.
Yeah, but we literally just got them back.
Yeah.
We had a basic cameo, a cameo in episode 3. Nothing. Now we're happy they're together. They have a nice romantic moment just before the
that
mission where they kiss.
That should have been a red flag. Oh, they're happy they're gonna die.
That's not a horror movie. They're not ticking off the horror movie tropes. They're just kissing. By that logic, Bix and Cass should be dead.
Wait till next episode.
Bye, Bix.
Bye, Bix.
I hope not.
But
yeah, no. Thinking about it, the foreshadowing was there from the start that something was going to go wrong because they were speaking far too positively, and it's a simple job.
It's a simple job.
It's But interesting. It wasn't the Imperials that caused any of the issues.
No, it was the inexperience of that rebellion.
But also the variables of things you can't plan for, like civilians wandering through.
Yep.
And it just happened to be the guy that gave him the gave him the
biggest, not, I wouldn't say threat to him, but the antagonist for him.
But the guy that was challenging him didn't defuse the situation.
No, he didn't defuse it at all. He pushed it.
I've got a gun, and
the line of "I'll put that where the sun don't shine." Yeah.
But it's as in every sort of series and movie. If you've got a gun, you better be able to. You better not be afraid to use it.
Yeah.
And Vel called him out on it. You're a boy.
You're a boy with a toy.
Boy with a toy. Yep. All the bravado, basically pretending to be a man. Yeah. So yeah, that was a
ride.
Yeah. Gorman's now in play, as they've said several times.
Yep.
Yeah, where they're going to go next is going to be interesting.
It is.
Well, they've got to deal with the Empire's reactor.
Yep.
That hasn't even come to. Ooh. Yeah. So yeah, I reckon they won't be going too far out of Gorman after this, because once that gets found out.
Yep.
I hope nothing happens to Lonnie. He's in a very dangerous situation.
He is.
And he's making friends with Imperial officers and using them, and I'm very worried about that. But it just hit me. Has your friend arrived? The Imperial officer, the third one when he came over, has your friend arrived? He's on his way. It was Krennic. That just hit me. That just hit me then. Oh. But yeah, anyway, that's it for me.
Yeah.
Tell us your thoughts in the comments. I'm Trent.
I'm Julia.
And as always, keep it nerdy.